Happy New Year! How was your online learning experience last year? Perhaps it was a good experience that sort of like this student had. Or maybe it was more like this guy looks like. It was very frustrating at times. Excelling in online learning isn't a gift. In fact, becoming a successful online learner involves a series of choices. Perhaps you were able to make those choices last year. If you were, congratulations, keep going. But it's not too late to start if you didn't have a good year or a year as good as you wanted learning online last semester. This video is going to talk about 7 steps to success in online learning. And in my own corny way, I call them Tag TARL. So, in the new year, it's a time for us to assess where you are with these steps. I'm going to refer to resources, and the links to those resources are in the email attachment, the email in which you got the link to this video. So, steps to success. The first part is TAG, and that stands for technology, apps, and goals. So for the tech, remember that ALP requires only a basic budget computer. However, not everyone has a basic budget computer, or maybe perhaps people are sharing access with other family members. So remember that Marconi Library lends laptops for the semester. I think the folks that borrowed one last semester were quite happy with their loan. To arrange one of these, you contact the Marconi Library. Apps. They may have seemed overwhelming when you started ALP, but it really boils down to Brightspace and Microsoft 365, also known as Office 365. And the key ones in there for us are Teams, OneDrive, and Word. Remember that you need only basic skills to start. There's no way you're going to feel really confident and know everything about an app before you use it. You learn the basics, you start using the app, and it's your hands-on experience and trial and error. And yes, we all make lots of errors when we're learning. That's how you learn to use those apps really well. For learning the apps, we have many resources. There's Boot Camp with your faculty advisor, and all faculty advisors would be happy to go over Boot Camp basics with you again. Just ask. There were videos you were given at orientation, and these may not have made much sense, the college orientation videos. But now that you know a bit about Brightspace and Office 365 and college online learning, those videos might make more sense now. So I include a link to those NSCC orientation videos from Orientation Week in my resource list. There's also a website that you get by Googling GCF Global. It used to be known as GCF Learn Free if you're a veteran ALP student. And this is our resource for learning the very basic or reviewing the very basic computer skills. And if you're feeling confident already with your skills and you want to dig in deep, LinkedIn Learning, which you have a free subscription to as part of your free Office 365 subscription, LinkedIn Learning has courses anywhere from 15 minutes to 15 hours on some of our apps to help you really become a power user. The G in TAG is goals. So people usually talk about long, medium, and short-term goals. Long-term goals being a year or longer, and short-term being a few weeks or less than a month. So we ask you in ALP to make long, medium, and short-term goals. So how do you start making those goals? Here's what you start with. What's your graduation goal date? If you don't know, talk to your faculty advisor or Kim McDonald. If you're fortunate enough to have a funder, it may be that you've worked out one already with that funder and they have expectations. You also have to know how many credits courses do you need to graduate. Again, you can talk to your faculty advisor, Kim McDonald. Then, do you need specific courses for what you want to do after ALP? make sure you know, if you know what you want to do after ALP, make sure you know what the prerequisites are. So talk to your faculty advisor and course faculty to determine the progress rate you need for these goals. Think the number of courses that you need times all those modules in every course divided by the time till graduation. So how many courses can you handle at once in your circumstances? So you want to think about all these things and then make SMART goals. If you're not familiar with SMART goals, they refer to a specific way to write goals so that you can measure and feel achievement when you're making progress. And there is a link to a SMART goal setting in the resource document. The second part of the 7 steps is TARL. First we had TAG, now we have TARL. So the T in TARL stands for time management. And then a very key part of success is anxiety and stress management, which includes procrastination. So we all need active ways to manage anxiety and stress and procrastination, especially during pandemics. The R stands for revisiting your goals and assessing where you are with them. And then that may involve a 7th step, developing new learning strategies. So TAG, TARL. Time management, very briefly, there are links for more in-depth. You need to use a calendar, whether it's electronic or paper, and especially online. We need to make daily, weekly, and semester schedules based on our goals. We need to identify those time thieves that we all have, like social media, TV, all those little distractors. Sometimes it's good for stress management, but sometimes we use these things as distraction from facing what it is we need to do. You need to know your productive times and identify the productive times that you can dedicate to your schoolwork. And when you get some good time managed for some goals, you got to remember to reward yourself, eh? So for anxiety and stress management, which includes procrastination, we have many resources to suggest. You find some of them on the NSCC Connect page. There is a link to that in the resource document. LinkedIn Learning has a lot of great stuff. And you can always talk to Kim McDonald, our ALP counselor, or a student advisor or other counselor. And again, on the Connect page, you can find how to contact folks. Regularly, you need to revisit your goals and assess how you're doing with them. It's not just enough to have goals, but you have to see if you're meeting them in a timely fashion. You may have to readjust them. So you stop to assess, maybe at the end of every week, certainly at least at the end of every month. Stop to assess whether you're on track to meet your goals. And then you have to decide, are these goals realistic for you now in these circumstances? So then you identify your obstacles. Are they in the area of the TAG, TARL? If you're not meeting your goals and you've talked to your faculty advisor and you have realistic goals, you may have to adjust your learning strategies. You may need to study smarter, not harder. So to identify your challenges, that's the first step. Is it reading comprehension, writing skills, memory, attention? We have resources for learning new strategies. We have courses like Strategies for Academic Success, but if you want to do some exploration yourself, again, we'll direct you to the NSCC Connect page, which lists a lot of useful resources. There's also was the Learning Commons up until last June, but now the NSCC Library has a learning resource pages with a lot of good links and resources. And then there's accessibility services at NSCC, sometimes known as disability services. They put on webinars that you should maybe want to watch for if you think you might have a significant learning challenge. And LinkedIn Learning also has lectures and whole courses on developing new learning strategies. You can always talk to your faculty or advisor or Kim if you don't know where to start with these resources. So remember, 7 steps to success in online or face-to-face learning for that matter, very similar. the time management piece becomes more crucial in online learning, particularly in a self-paced program like ALP. So remember TAG and TARL. And really, they're not steps like stairs. They're more circular steps, right? So you improve your tech and app skills to jump into the learning. You set goals. You need to develop better time management skills, good stress and anxiety management skills. Then you assess to see if you're meeting your goals. You may have to adjust your learning strategies. And then you enter the cycle again. Improve the tech skills, get better at setting goals, and so on. So it's a new year. It's a fresh start for all of us. What are your New Year's goals? Your faculty advisor will contact you the first week in January. So you can turn your goals into a New Year roadmap. So Happy New Year, and I see much success ahead for you. Remember, becoming a successful online learner involves a series of choices. Good luck this year.